Hi, my name is Ahmad Farid bin Jumari. I'll be showing to you my project demo and then I'll explain to you in further details later on. So I'll be doing the MYRIO Air music and I'll be playing the happy birthday song. So here goes. Yeah, so that's the happy birthday song. Okay, so moving on, I'll actually explain to you how I did the song itself. So if you take a look at the MYRIO, I've actually labeled the axis accordingly. So blue stands for x-axis, yellow is the z-axis, pink is the y-axis. So for the x-axis, positive x will be labeled as A chord, negative x will be labeled as C chord. For the z-axis, negative z is labeled as F chord, and the positive z is labeled as E chord, whereas the negative y-axis labeled as D chord, and the positive y-axis labeled as G chord. Okay, so to elaborate more about the lab view, okay, so firstly I've actually created 3 shared variables under the MYRIO. So how you actually create the shared variables is you right click new variable and then you just change the variable name and then you leave the settings together and you just click OK. So yeah, I'll just delete this. Yeah, so so I actually have 3 shared variables for the x-axis, the y-axis, and the z-axis. So after that, I actually have I create a new VI for new VI under my computer for the Air Music VI itself. So this is how the VI is supposed to be. Okay, then yeah, so now let's take a look at the VI itself. So under the main VI, which is this main VI, we have the MYRIO acceleration. So if you take a look at the graph, so z-axis is labeled as green line, so +1, so the graph will be at +1, and if you turn it the other way, -1, so the graph will be at -1, and then for the x-axis is the blue line, so +1 will be at the positive, and then negative, if you turn it the other way, will be at the -1. For the red is the y-axis, so at the negative it will be negative, and positive it will be positive. So I also added on another function which is the button. So as you can see here, the button, if you press it, it will light up as, yeah, so if you press this button, it will light up. Yeah, so that's the function of the MYRIO that I included. So if you take a look at the block diagram, so my block diagram actually have 3 shared variables here, x, y, and z axis, and they are all connected to the acceleration. So and then I have the button function here, which allows the button to light up. And I also actually included the shake, the vibrator, which is it actually allows when you run it, when you run the thing under the main VI, you can actually see here. So if you run, the harder you do, the harder you shake, the more LEDs will light up. Whereas if the softer you shake, and then the lesser LED will light up. Yeah. So this for the vibration. So if you see the block diagram, I did a square root. I mean the x square. So and then I square root the function. So the higher the number of shakes, the more LED will light up, and the lower the number of shakes, the lesser LED will light up. Then when I go on to the Air Music VI, so in the Air Music VI, under the block diagram for the Air Music VI, so this is the block diagram for the Air Music VI. So I actually did a simulate signal function and play the waveform function for each of the axes. And for the simulation, I actually did a sine function of the respective frequency. For example, the A chord will have a frequency of 440 and is connected to the positive one of the x-axis, and the samples per second is 2 times of the frequency due to the Nyquist rate, and the number of samples is to actually determine the length of each chord being played. So yeah, and then I also have the function of enabling different cases to be played at the same time, simultaneously. So at 0 there won't be any case. When it's -1, you will play another different chord, which is in this case is C chord. So at -1 you will play the C chord. So at the +1 you will play the A chord, and then for the y-axis on the +1 you will play the G chord, which is frequency of 392, and then at the -1 you will play the D chord, which is frequency of 293. So followed by the z-axis, the -1 you will play the F chord, 349.23 Hz, and then at the positive z-axis you will play the E chord at 329.63 Hz. So and then after that I actually create a while loop to make sure that they are able to run simultaneously while at the while loop. And then followed on, I actually did try to connect to the wireless, but when I unplugged the USB cable, it didn't actually manage to connect itself. So I decided to just show you what I did lah. So I actually connected to the wireless network by just choosing the wireless, and then configure the IPv4 under DHCP only. I also tried to create my own wireless network and just, let's say, create their own SSID MYRIO Wi-Fi, and channel just leave it, and then security I'll create a WPA2 personal. Let's say the password is just password, and then DHCP only, and then I'll just save. So yeah, it's already saved, but when I actually unplug So it will be disconnected. Yeah, there you go. So this is the problem that I face. So that's why I didn't use the wireless function and I just connect the USB cable. Yeah. So that's my assignment. Thank you.